All right, time to finish off the show with rapid reactions. A lot of topics, a little bit of time. Take it away, Drink.
Let's roll. Let's roll. Jaguars coach Urban Meyer said there's no chance he will lead to Jacksonville for the USC opening. Do you believe him, Jay?
I believe him right now. You can't just leave after 1 week on the job. That would be ridiculous. But I'm telling you, like, a couple of years, down the line, I think Urban Meyer might get to a point like, I don't know about this NFL stuff. Maybe Nick was right. This ain't always cracked up to be, and you could see him in college. Maybe in 2023, maybe. Speaking of the USC coaching job, Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy says his current focus is preparing for the Ravens on Sunday. With that in mind, could you see Bieniemy taking the USC job after the season is over?
Yes, if a NFL team doesn't offer him first. That the only way he does it if all the NFL vacancies say no to him, because this guy is unbelievable. He's an elite offensive coordinator, and I think he could do some things as a head coach. So yes, if he don't get a call back from the NFL, I think USC should be the job he go for, but we'll see how that go. Los Angeles Angels two-way starter Shohei Ohtani has a sore arm, and it's possible he may not pitch again this season. Your thoughts?
Oh, they've invested a lot in this guy. He's playing both side, offense and defense. Well, pitching and batting. Which is something we haven't seen in a long time, and especially at this level. So they're all obviously going to take requisite precautions to protect him. I would be interesting if the Angels were better and they were actually in playoff contention. I'd like to see if they would take the same approach. But being as how they're out of contention, this makes sense to me. Los Angeles Clippers owner Steve Ballmer says the new arena for his franchise will allow the team to build on their own presence and identity. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm with Steve Ballmer 100%, 10 toes down, even though I'm a Lakers fan. But still, I like to hear this from an owner like him. Listen, you got the big bucks. You spend the big bucks. The only way you create your own path is to make your own path. And in order for the Clippers to be separate from the Lakers, this is what they got to do. I like it. And yeah, it makes a whole lot of sense to your boy over here. The former number 8 overall NBA pick, Frank Ntilikina, signed with the Dallas Mavericks yesterday. He struggled in his first 4 seasons with the New York Knicks. Do you think he can get on track with Dallas, Jay?
I do, and it seems like a classic change of scenery case. I think we've both seen a little bit from him. I think we both like how he plays on a defensive end. Offensively, not really great offensively, but I think he's the type of player Dallas could use. You look at their roster and you think, man, that guy's an elite defender. I don't think they have a guy like that, especially on the wings. So I think he could have an impact there and carve out a nice little niche for him in Dallas. The Saints may be able to return to New Orleans for their next home game against the Giants on October 3rd. It's good news, isn't it?
Absolutely. Every team want to play in front of their home fans if they get the opportunity. So, with everything going on with, the hurricanes and COVID and this, that, and the third, it's going to feel good for the Saints to be back in their stadium playing ball in front of their fans. So, definitely good news. Kansas City Royal catcher Salvador Perez have tied Johnny Bench's single-season record for the home runs by a catcher at 45. What are your thoughts on that accomplishment?
Well, that's a big deal. I mean, Johnny Bench played a long time ago, so that's a record that has stood for many, many years. Perez has been around he's a veteran in this league. He's been around for quite a while, probably the longest tenured Royal. He was on that the World Series team from 2015, I want to say. He's having a career year, as judged by the 45 home runs. He's also leading the major leagues in RBIs, so he's having just a fantastic year. He's also in striking distance of the single season record for home runs by Royals players, period. That was set by Jorge Soler a couple years ago. So, this guy's just playing on another level. He's also excellent defensively, great leader. So you got to feel good for him. And it's a good story for the Royals fans because the past couple of years, they have not been good at all. Tomorrow night on Showtime, it's Bellator 266, Davis versus Romero at the SAP Center in San Jose, California. Phil Davis is going to meet Yoel Romero in a light heavyweight main event fight, a match between 2 former UFC title contenders. Drink, who's going to win and why?
I'm going to take Romero. Here's the deal. Phil Davis been over in Bellator for quite a while after his UFC run. He's been doing his thing. But Romero a different animal, and here's the deal. I think Romero back is against the wall because of his age and where he view himself. So if he don't win this, I think this will be the end of Romero, to be perfectly honest with you. So I'm gonna go with Romero by knockout. Probably somewhere between the third and fourth round is how I see that. Dolphins coach Brian Flores said wideout Will Fuller will miss Sunday's game against the Bills due to personal issues. Your reaction?
Not the best start for the guy. I mean, the guy he served a 1-game suspension in week 1, and now you have something like this happens. Obviously, we don't know what the what's going on in a young man's life. Hopefully he's back next week, but not the best start after you're coming off a suspension. You'd like to be ready to go in week 2, but hopefully we see him back in week 3. Last one tomorrow evening, it's UFC Vegas 37, Smith versus Spann on ESPN and ESPN Plus at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas. The main event is a light heavyweight fight between the number 6 ranked contender Anthony Smith and the number 11 ranked contender Ryan Spann. Drink, who you got?
I'm gonna take Anthony Smith. It seems like when Anthony Smith fight these contenders that's lower rank, probably not. They don't have the profile that he has. He seems to handle them pretty easily. I'm gonna take Anthony Smith. Probably this one might go the distance just because the style that Ryan Spann's fight. But I definitely got with Anthony Smith winning this fight because in the last recent year, about let's say 18 months, he's been fighting more frequently and he's been improving in these frequency of fights. So I'm gonna take Anthony Smith. Like I said, probably by decision.
All right, that concludes tonight's Drink of Wisdom. As always, like, listen, share, subscribe. We appreciate it all. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jay Wise.
And I'm Nathan Drinker. And remember, make tomorrow better than today and make today better than yesterday. And you know what we gonna do. Roll Tide. And we gonna holler at you until next time, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Drink of Wisdom.